Hello guys, today we'll be looking at something new compared to what we've been looking at. This is the second week of this training out of about 8 weeks. We've looked at order flow, um, premium to discount, looked at uh, some other uh, very interesting topics. So, what we'll be looking at today is understanding the price delivery algorithm that is being used here, how price delivers, and I will try my best to make everyone understand uh, the concepts that works here. Like I said, not everything you know in smart money techniques is applicable to this market, but you have to know which one to use and which one not to use. So when it comes to price delivery in of FX, it is known as IPTA, institutional price delivery algorithm. In this particular instrument, it's not known as IPTA, but we can just call it price delivery algorithm because something is printing this thing and it's delivering it to every single trader in the world at the same price and also at the same time. So it's not as if someone in Korea would be getting something different from someone in South Africa. Okay, so everyone gets the same price, the same codes at the same time every day. So how is price delivered and how can we make use of this knowledge to trade? Because the point of this entire training is to be able to trade this thing coming January next year. That's why we are learning this during this December break 2021. So in order to commence this study, I would want you to pay full attention to details. That is all I need. Just pay attention because there is nothing much that will be written on the chart. Most of the information would come from what I say. Let's start with what you are looking at on my chart right now. We all know what a trend is, so we are going to skip the introduction. We all know what a trend is: uptrend, downtrend, and we also know what it looks like when a market is not trending. That is consolidation or accumulation of orders. So at the same time, we'll be using the knowledge that we have about premium to discount all through this training, because that is exactly what this thing is all about: premium to discount and discount to premium. But we cannot understand how the algo delivers price if we do not understand the concept of liquidity, and that is why we are going to touch the concept of liquidity first before we move to understanding price delivery algorithm. I started with price delivery algorithm because that is the next thing on the outline. If you check the outline I sent to the group, you'll find out that understanding price delivery algorithm is what is next. But how do we understand price delivery algorithm if you do not understand on which concept, on what principles are these algorithm or are these codes built? On what principles are they built on? Before you can build a system, then you must have something that you want that system to do. You must have something you want that particular system to carry out. So you can't just design a system that does not have any use. For instance, you want to design a software for a bank, then the software must be able to carry out banking activities. Okay, so if you want to carry out a software or want to design a software such as that would involve using sophisticated codes and programming languages, then you have to understand what is this system going to do and what are the parameters involved. So those parameters, the most important one is the fact that we want to make money. And I'm talking on the side of from this perspective of the broker now. I'm not talking from the perspective of a trader. The broker that created this system created it having that mindset of making money, right? And in order to make money, the system has been designed such that it manipulates those who trade it. And how do they manipulate? That is what will lead us to the concept, the liquidity concept. So, what is liquidity? Liquidity means money. People can give it all manner of definitions, but liquidity means money. When a market is liquid, it means there is enough money in that market. And when the market is not liquid, it means there is insufficient funds in that particular account. And the higher the amount of money present in such account, the more liquid the account becomes. And that is why you always hear smart money traders say things like liquidity pool, liquidity this, liquidity that. A lot of things attached to liquidity. And anyway, anytime you see that particular word on a chart, one thing should always come to your mind that there is money in this area. So if I come ahead and I write something like this, I mark this area, and then I write liquidity pool inside of this box. One thing should always come to your mind, and that is what? The fact that inside this range, the range of this box, there's a lot of money resting. But the fact or the question is, what is this money? Is it the candles? No. The money is always in form of stock losses. Always in form of stock losses. And this is the reason why sometimes the market does not make any sense to you because you do not understand what is happening. You find out that they form these clean equal highs, right? And whenever price forms equal highs like this, you are told that there is no much momentum to drive price higher, and that means price is likely going to what? Reverse. Then in this situation, what do you see? What you see is the fact that price just kept going up even after forming this. And what will be the answer to that? What is the technical explanation to that? It's very simple. The explanation is that while price was staying here, they were doing that on purpose in order to lure in retail traders to start selling around this area so that they can put their stop losses above all these points, above all this area. Then they put their stop losses there. Then they see that even though we want to sell, there is a lot of money here and we are here to make money. And that will now be the reason why they are going to what? Go up to take out that money. Even if they will sell, they will still take out that money first before they do something else. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. So the concept of liquidity is the main reason why we have these markets, because in any organization, in any on any platform, in fact, any company that has ever been built, aside non profit organizations, any organization that is created is created to make profit. In fact, business is something you do to make profit, to make money. The same thing here. So whoever created these systems, they created it based on the fact that they also want to make money. And you, when you go to trade it, you also want to trade it based on the fact that you want to make money. So it's like you're two people want the same thing from one thing. And then that is where the competition starts. Second part is, in any market, there will always be buyers and there will always be sellers. And that's what drives this market up and down. If there's a market where no one is buying and no one is selling, trust me, such market is not going to what? Thrive. It's not going to move up. It's not going to move down. It might just crash. Okay. So price took out this liquidity pool resting all above this area, took out this as well. Now, what we have here is a liquidity pool because it's a pool of money. Price stayed in under this retail resistance for a very long time. Then by doing that, they've been able to gather money so well. We also have a liquidity pool here because for several hours, price was also here, right? But at some point where you just have a single swing point, then price reverses. Those single swing points are known as what? Buy stops or sell stops. Okay, they're known as buy stops or sell stops. So this becomes our buy stop, and if it's on the sell side, it will be your sell stop. Another name for this is buy side liquidity or sell side liquidity. So keep it short, you can call it buy side, buy stop, or sell stop. So in situations where you have price turning from a single swing point, they are buy side liquidity or sell side liquidity. But when you have it creating equal highs, double top, double bottom, then it becomes liquidity pool. That aside, another thing about liquidity concept is the fact that price moves from internal range liquidity to external range liquidity.